Hi there, everybody. Well, I just wanted to do this video today, even though I'm out and about, because I feel like I have to. Because Newcastle United, since beating Tottenham 6-1 on Sunday, the lack of respect that we've had as a football club has been absolutely incredible. Now, we know, the southern bias towards the teams down there with radio stations and such like. But really, when I put TalkSport on yesterday, just taking the Ben to school, and I was listening away, and as usual, just like I thought it would be, it was all about Tottenham and how bad they were, which, fair enough, I thought it might happen. But not many people spoke about the performance. Not many people spoke about the build up to the goals, how brilliant we were. Joe Willock's passed through to Isak, Fabian Schär's brilliant ball in for Joe Linton, and nothing was said about the football that we played in that first 20 minutes. It was all about how bad Tottenham were. Now, this is what we've got to expect, I suppose, for the next God knows how long, that the lack of respect for this football club is going to just be there forever. The southern media will always crucify us when they can, and certainly when we beat teams like Tottenham 6-1, they're going to come up with excuses as to why it was 6-1. And it was always Tottenham weren't at the best, Tottenham were rubbish, Tottenham this, Tottenham that. Because the bottom line is, guys, we all know that we made Tottenham look absolutely terrible. Yes, they didn't play very well. Yes, the players were lacking a bit of commitment. However, they weren't expecting the first 20 minutes like that. We absolutely blew them out of the water. And that's, for me, is what says it all. We blew them away. They had no response to what we did to them. The heads dropped 2-0 down after the first couple of minutes. The heads went down. They didn't want to know. But as usual, it's Tottenham this, it's Tottenham that, and it's a major crisis at Tottenham. Yes, Tottenham are in a crisis. Tottenham are going through a really strange stage, but they're still fifth in the table. Let's not forget that. We've just destroyed a team who are fifth in the table. And it just doesn't get talked about. How about giving us some respect for the goals that we scored? All of those 6 goals were from brilliant moves. There weren't ricochets, there weren't deflections, there weren't anything. There were brilliant moves. And the goals we scored were absolutely fantastic. But I've heard various, Radio 5 Live, etc., TalkSport, all of them, talking about how bad it is for Tottenham and what a terrible situation they're in. But nothing about Newcastle United and how good we played. Now, when you beat a team 6-1, and they are competing with you for a Champions League spot, surely you've got to give that opposition some kind of praise. As if to say, yes, Tottenham didn't play well. However, Newcastle simply blew them out the water. The first 20 minutes, they destroyed Tottenham Hotspur. And that's exactly what we did. But we're not hearing anything like that from the media. And it really is a pain in the arse. Because I think it's about time that the media started giving Newcastle some respect. Now, they might have an issue with the takeover. They might have an issue with who owns the club, etc. But that doesn't stop them talking about the football side of things. Because if they talk about the football side of things and talk about some positive stuff from Newcastle United, then, we might be a bit easier on the southern media. Now, personally, I couldn't give a shit, really. I mean, I'm just saying it because it's disappointing that, across the UK, everybody saw us, well, across the world, everybody saw us destroy Tottenham. And still, it's all about how poorly Tottenham played. It's annoying. More than makes me angry, it's just annoying. Because I think our club deserves a little bit more respect than that. The way we've been playing, the football we played was just magnificent. And I haven't seen anybody or heard anybody say that, apart from the Northeast guys and the decent reporters like the Henry Winters and Downies of this world who will always praise Newcastle where praise is due. And that was certainly due there. But again, we hear nothing like that in the media. It's all about how terrible Tottenham are. I don't know if it infuriates anybody else, but it infuriates me to a degree where it pisses me off. But on the flip side of that, I kind of laugh as well, thinking, right, just keep on writing Newcastle off or keeping them out the headlines, because we can do a lot better. If the pressure's not on us, the media are leaving us alone. Let's just get on with the job that we can do. But it's, I couldn't believe it. I thought somebody might say yesterday, what a brilliant, brilliant performance from Newcastle United. They took Spurs to the cleaners that first 20 minutes. Spurs didn't have a single answer to it, and we just obliterated them, because that's what we did. We absolutely obliterated them. It wasn't just a going over. It was an absolute obliteration. And Tottenham didn't have a clue. They were all over the shop. But again, it's more like what's going on at Tottenham. Daniel Levy this, Daniel Levy that, or the manager who now has gone. It's all about that. It's never about, Eddie Howe got his tactics spot on. He put a team out that kind of surprised a lot of people, but went out and did a wonderful job. The football they played was magnificent. The one-touch football, the movement, the finishing, it was all there. It was absolutely all there. But nobody seems to be commenting on that, as I say, apart from the decent ones. But hey, I guess we've just got to learn to deal with that, haven't we, as time goes on, because it doesn't matter how well we play, it's always the other team's fault. We absolutely thrashed Tottenham, but it's Tottenham's fault that they got thrashed. So, yeah, whatever. And just within the last hour or so, I've just seen there on social media that Tottenham players have come out with a statement to refund their players. Refund their fans. The players don't need refunding, they need fining. I find this very strange, I have to say. How many times as a Newcastle fan have you gone away from home or at home and we've been absolutely crucified because it's happened a lot? It's happened an awful lot, especially under the Mike Ashley reign, where we've been absolutely scudded. I went to Leicester last season when we got beat, I think it was 4-0 or 4-1. We got absolutely crucified, but we didn't get our money back. Newcastle fans wouldn't, they'd be, if Newcastle were to do that for every bad display that we've had over the last God knows how long, we'd be bloody rich. We'd be going to games for free, because it's just crazy, isn't it? It really is crazy. And I think it's just more embarrassment heaped on Tottenham Hotspur, to be honest. I really do. Their players having to come up with a statement to refund the fans. Look, as fans, you pay your money, right? You go away, whatever the performance. You're not going to expect your players to be at 100% every game. Yes, Tottenham were awful, but we made them look like that. We made them look awful because we were by far the better team on the day. And that's the difference here. We were by far the better team. So why are Tottenham refunding the players? It's absolutely ludicrous. It really is. It brings more embarrassment on that football club than anything else. Because I've seen a lot of fans responding already saying, well, hang on a minute, we've gone here, there and everywhere, and we've took some scuddings in our life, and we didn't get offered the money back by the club. I think it's embarrassing myself, but this is where football is now. And sometimes as a football fan, you go away from home, you just have to deal with it. You have to deal with the shit that comes with it. Whether you're not going to go away from home and win 6-0 and then say, I want my money back. Oh yeah. You pay your money, and that's the risk you take in football. Whether you're good or bad, you take the risk, because you could play well, you could get a result, or you get a hammering. It just so happens that Tottenham got a hammering. But to refund the fans, I think it's a bit mental. Like, it really is. I'm not sure I agree with it. Yes, you can. There was a lot of people saying, you should refund the fans for this and that. They travelled an awful long way. Hell, the Geordies have gone all over the country and seen us get an ass whooping, and we haven't had any money back. So I just think it's a little bit silly. The whole thing is a little bit silly because, like I say, you pay your money, you take that risk of how well you play. It's as simple as that. But anyway, there you go. I mean, I'm astounded, really, at the lack of respect that our club gets. I mean, take away the owners, take away the Saudi part of it. The football was superb on Sunday, and we just did not deserve. We deserve a lot more than what we got from the press. But let me know in the comments what you think, because I just think it doesn't matter what we do as a football club. If it's positive news, nobody wants to talk about Newcastle in a positive way. But as soon as there's a negative story comes from Newcastle, that's it. The whole media is on it in a flash, and they will report it left, right, and centre. But for us, we absolutely destroy our Champions League rivals 6-1, and it's more about what Tottenham did than what Newcastle did, which is, it's wrong. It's completely wrong. But I guess we have to lump it and just learn to live with it, I guess, guys, unfortunately. But there you go. Let me know in the comments what you think, because as I do read all the comments, I'm intrigued to know, are you bothered that we don't get mentioned? Are you bothered that it's more about the opposition and how they played than how Newcastle played? Because for me, I'd like to see a bit of positive media reporting from now on about what goes on the pitch. You know, it shouldn't matter off the pitch to how we do on it. It really shouldn't. But let me know. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed the video, as usual, smash that like button for us. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. It is free to do so. And also hit that notification bell, which will let you know when we go live or we upload any videos. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care.